Morning, it's Mark Goskowitz here from Triguballee Farm, and I wanted to take a look at this young tree. All right, so this was planted here last year. This is a nectarine, so it's part of the stone fruit family. So its growth patterns are going to be very similar to that of let's see, plums and peaches and nectarines. Let's see, plums, peaches, apricots, even almonds. So what I'm doing is walking over here to the other part of the orchard where I have some established peach trees. And so we're gonna ignore some of these because they've had some, tough times. But, overall what we're trying to do is get like this vase shape. All right, with these, we're doing an open center, open center pruning. And so with this, you see this starts all the way down here, but with some of these other ones, you see that the vase shape, I guess, with this one started a bit higher. And so where did that all come together? Well, this is again another one that's not as old. This is a couple years older than the one I had previously shown you in the beginning. And what I did was I cut off the top, and that spurred side growth. And what I did was, like, I've been letting it grow for 2 years, and now I've got enough branches to really pick through and thin down to a core of 3 or 4 main support branches, and then to completely take off what's in the center. So that's what I'm going to show you with that little one that's over here, that little nectarine. And so, by the way, just so we can see maybe a couple of, we got some brambles here, but this is another nectarine that was planted at the same time as the first one that I showed you. So this one is also, let's see, it was a 2-year-old plant, and now it's been living in my yard for 1 year, so it's technically 3 years old. But when I got it, I lopped off the top, and it spurred some growth. I want you to look how thick these branches are compared to the one over here. And it's just to illustrate that different plants respond differently. But similarly, this one was cut off at the top, and so it stopped upward growth and spurred lateral growth. And now what I'm going to be doing is I'll do an after picture. Well, actually I do have some loppers right here. What I want to be doing is that I'm going to be getting rid of what was going to be a center spike in this. So when I look at this, I'm actually going to start, this fence won't be here in a few years, but what I'm looking at is what can I do to continue to push the growth outward. When I look at this stem right here, it's growing up and out. And so if I cut this one out, it's going to continue pushing growth out that way. And so this one is growing into the tree. I don't even want that. I don't want to continue that type of growth. Anything that's growing into the center of the tree, center directional growth, is going to get cut off. Now, I don't have to make all my decisions this year. I can at least just, actually these are so darn low that I kind of want all of these to spur off around the same area. This is a little piece of dead wood. I'm gonna cut that off, and this one, it's pretty low, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And so now I could be done. I could be done for this year. And I could let it continue to grow, and it's going to push out more lateral growth. What I'm really going to do is I'm going to actually walk away from it. And this is now this one's growing downward. I don't really want anything to continue growing downward with those two. Those are easy calls. Instead of trying to do all my cutting in one day, you know what? If you're new with this and everything, do a little bit, walk away, and then think about it before you take branches off. I know what I'm really going to do with this. I know that I'm going to get rid of this. I know that I'm going to thin these down to just one of these and just one of these. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 main directional growths going out from this, lateral growths. And I'm not going to worry about pulling these down. They already have nice large angles here. They already have nice angles down there in that crotch. So as this gets bigger, it's going to get weight on it. It's going to naturally pull it down. All right, so in 5 minutes, that's talking about how to really do your first year's pruning with an open center pruning method.